In any group that we belong to, of course, especially the family that we've been born into, our deepest need, a child's deepest love and deepest need is to belong to his or her parents, to really feel that they belong to their parents. And therefore, a child will do whatever's needed for that belonging to occur. And so we've all seen where people can do something feeling that they have an absolutely clear conscience, and actually they're doing great atrocities. So the man who created this work, Bert Hellinger, grew up in pre-war Germany and then was alive during the war, was in and out of different prison camps, things like that. And he noted something quite obvious, which was that how is it that large groups of people can, create such an atrocity and actually have a clear conscience while they're doing it? And on the other hand, why is it that so many of us can do something that is obviously of benefit to mankind, and yet we feel kind of guilty about it? And so he really held that question deeply inside. What really is conscience? And what is really driving us? And so holding that question, he saw very deeply about what happens in a family. And this expands to any group at all that we're in, but I'm going to use family as the main example. And what occurs in these family systems is that I want to talk a little bit about the morphogenetic field, because I think that will help, to explain this in a larger sense. What Bert Hellinger found from a completely non-scientific standpoint, and what physicists and biologists have been studying and proving from a scientific viewpoint, is that there's something called morphogenetic fields. And it's that same energetic field or force field that governs, for example, a flock of birds when they all take off at once and they don't run into each other, or a school of fish. Well, humans and human groups, social groups, are also governed by this exact same field of energy. And some of the things that they've found about the morphogenetic field is that it contains memory, and that memory, it's great, they've actually proven this now, that memory is actually passed down generation from generation. And almost more importantly, when it comes to human relationships, is that this field, what we call in this work the family soul, has no greater urge or desire than to remain whole. Therefore, if one person in the family is excluded, or there's an injustice that goes on, or someone's hurt in some way, the family soul, or the morphogenetic field, is going to do whatever it needs to do to remain whole.